I'm back from Japan. I'm still a little jet lagged. It's great to be back with the family, but there's always Lexus news to cover. 2025 Lexus IS, we get some updates, a special anniversary. If you're excited, definitely smash that like button, subscribe for more. We'll talk at the end of this video about what the future is for the IS, at least what the possibilities Lexus could go. There's so many rumors out there for electrification, hybrids, all that stuff. We'll talk about that at the end. But first, in Japan, yes, where the IS is built and where I was just at for a week with Honda, I saw some ISs on the road there. I would say they're not that common. I saw way more LSs than ISs there, which in America, it's a complete opposite, right? The LS hardly sells at all. In fact, all the LSs I saw, at least the newest models of the LS, the most recent generation of the LS, all of them were hybrid that I saw driving around in Tokyo. I did see an IS hybrid, which we don't get in the United States with the 2.5 liter. It is rear wheel drive. So with that being said, what are the updates for the Lexus IS in 2025? The 300 continues on. The 300 is a 2 liter turbo. It's an old 2 liter turbo engine. Only Toyota or Lexus that I know of that uses this engine still. So it's called the 8ARF TS, if I remember correctly. It goes back probably a decade at this point, maybe even longer. It debuted on the first generation Lexus NX. The IS rear wheel drive still uses it here in the States. So we have that. And it's got about 240 horsepower, somewhere around there. The IS 350 continues on, and that's a 3.5 liter V6 that has 311 horsepower. We'll see if IS 300 all-wheel drive continues on, because that vehicle has a slightly detuned V6, which is still quite quick. Limited production IS 500 special appearance package available. This is the only picture that we have to sink into. Yellow is one of my favorite Lexus colors. It looks incredible. This color right here is called Flare Yellow. It's been on the GSF before. It's been the RC, the RCF, and it's also been on the LC500 for special editions. And I think you can order it now on the LC500 Bespoke as well. And I'll have a second video up today talking about the improvements for 2025 LC500. We have a new available BBS wheel design for the IS 350 F Sport and IS 500. Now, that's available. It's not going to be included with the price. So let's look into this image real quick of this Flare Yellow IS, and these are the new BBS wheels. They look really nice. You know, totally unrelated, but the Honda Civic Si, not the newly refreshed one, but the model right before that, had similar wheel design to this. I really like it. Let me know if you guys like these optional wheels. I believe this is, again, we don't have hardly any pictures. This is the only picture I believe that's new that Lexus included in this press deck. All the other ones are from previous years. Blacked out window surround. I mean, that might not even be like dark chrome. That might just be straight glossy black window surround. Mirrors are blacked out. Even this strip here, sometimes that is kind of like a shiny chrome or a dark shiny chrome that's completely blacked out here. We have a blacked out little deck lid spoiler, and it looks like we might have some additional pieces on the rear bumper, but again, we'll have to read into this to see what those differences are for the special appearance package. IS 300 F Sport, IS 350 F Sport receive upgrades to their list of standard equipment, including standard power folding mirrors, dark chrome trim, plus dimming function. Okay, so the mirrors have the dark chrome trim on the IS 300 F Sport and 350 F Sport. You have a standard power tilt and telescopic steering wheel, standard memory package. Now, when I was selling for Lexus many moons ago, it was very difficult to get memory package on an IS. Very, very difficult. Now it is standard. Okay, Lexus is getting with the times. They know they need to offer more equipment to be competitive. So driver's seat, steering wheel, and outside mirrors are all linked to that memory setting. And standard dark chrome window trim. Again, these are on the IS F Sport models being standard. Heated steering wheel has been added as standard equipment to F Sport grade models. Last year, that steering wheel was optional, I believe. And that's only updates for the F Sport designs. Heated steering wheel is the only update there. So IS 500, the 5-liter V8, the 2UR engine. For 2025, the IS 500 F Sport receives standard power folding mirrors. That's good. In addition, a new special appearance package is available on the 500 F Sport Premium package, including 19-inch BBS wheels, eye-catching flare yellow exterior paint, black NuLuxe trimmed interior with suede inserts, and yellow stitching. That'd be nice to see. I really want to see that. I don't have... This is the only picture of the interior that was included in the press deck. So this is not the appearance package interior. But color-coordinated floor mats and key gloves, Smart Key Access Card. It's like a credit card that acts as your key instead of having a key fob. And it's only 180 units and expected to go on sale later this year. IS 500 family will be offered in 10 popular exterior colors. Ultra white, which is $500. Imminent white pearl, $500. Cloudburst, anytime you see this asterisk here, it's an additional $500. Incognito, which was available only as an IS 500 launch edition exclusive in the past. Now it is a no-cost option. That is nice. Caviar is no cost. Matador Red Mica, love that color. No cost option. Infrared, one of the best Lexus colors ever, $595. Grecian Water is kind of like that bright blue. Ultrasonic Blue Mica is typically an F Sport exclusive with 2 stars here. The builder's not up, unfortunately, for the 2025 IS 500s or the 2025 Lexus LS. Again, I think they're going to kill off the LS, and it's just a matter of time. Yes, here's confirmation. You can get the IS 300 still in all-wheel drive with a 3.5-liter V6 with around 260 horsepower. The base engine for rear-wheel drive IS 300s gets the 2-liter, 241 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. They're all the rear-wheel drive models are 8-speed auto. All-wheel drive models are 6-speed auto still. And get it while you can. I don't know how much longer this IS 500 V8 is going to be around. 472 horsepower, 395 pound-feet of torque. It is an amazing engine. And I've said this, I haven't driven the IS 500 in a while, but it's not as refined as it should be, okay? And for the money you would spend on a new IS 500, you could get a used LC 500, assuming you don't need a back seat. And it is twice the car, even though it has the same engine. It's far more engaging. The 10-speed auto is fantastic. The interior is way better than the IS. The exterior is way better than the IS on the LC 500. I know it's a bit apples to oranges, but when you're spending, starting at $60,000, you can get a used LC for that much money with just one of the best experiences you'll ever have in any production car. Make sure to watch my recent video on the LC 500 where it was choking me up. It's brought to tears by that vehicle. IS 500, the brakes are soft on it. It doesn't stop like a performance car should. Transmission is slow on it. It's just like it's a bit of an afterthought. Okay, and there's a good reason Lexus didn't call this an ISF. It is just not to the level of precision and sportiness that an RCF is, or the LC. Even the LC is not even in an F tier. It's just a much better car. And here is the pricing. Okay, well, it only went up $100. So if I look at IS 300 starting point, last year it was $41,260. Now it's $41,360. IS 500 at just over $60,000 last year, and it went up actually $300, but not a big deal. So Lexus keeping the pricing pretty much neutral year over year on the IS, and yes, you get some more standard features on F Sport models like the memory seat stuff and heated steering wheel. So I'm happy to see that. So now that we got the small updates for 2025, We got the pricing. Where does Lexus go with the IS? And sometimes I wonder if they even know. The LFZC is coming out. That is a fully electric compact sedan, same-ish size as the IS. That vehicle is going to be gigacasted in 3 different sections. It's going to have next generation performance batteries. But it doesn't look like an IS, even though it's the same size as the IS. That's coming to production in some shape or form in 2026, probably the 2027 model year. We're 2 years out from that still. In the meantime, this IS is probably just going to keep continuing on here in the United States the way it is. Now, there have been reports out of Japan saying that the IS will go hybrid or 500. Now, is that for the global market or is that just for the Japanese market? It's probably, might be just for the Japanese market. Here in the United States, we've never seen a hybrid on the IS. And if we were to see a hybrid on the IS, I think it would have to be all new technology, all new platform. And Toyota's just not developing that technology right now that I'm aware of. It seems like the IS is just going to go out as you see it here. There might be another refresh coming next year that'll change the front end a little bit, change the grille a little bit. I think I think it might have been Mag X had some revised front bumper, front lights area. But minor refresh. So it's probably just going to get an extended refresh, slight styling changes probably for next year. And then everything's just going to carry over until they know what to do with electrification. Lexus says, hey, in the United States, they're going to be fully battery electric by 2030. I don't think that's going to happen. But by 2030, we could have the IS fully replaced by that beautiful concept that we saw in 2021. Now, the only way they do that is with solid state batteries, but that design is so breathtaking, it should come out. And that is obviously the true successor of the IS, not the LFZC, which might only be around for just a few years, okay, as they're trying out software-defined vehicles for the first time, as they're trying out gigacasting for the first time. That vehicle, the LFZC, should run in parallel for the next few years with this IS. Now, this IS has already been discontinued for the most part in Europe, even though this car is very outdated underneath the sheet metal. Old powertrains, old interior, old technology for the most part. It is still desirable. It's one of the best looking luxury sedans on the market. And even though its powertrains are nowhere close to being modern, they are still enticing. That naturally aspirated V6 on the 300s and the 350s sounds great, and it feels good. The 500, well, if you can get a good deal on it, go for it. Otherwise, just if you're spending 60, 70K on it, go get an LC 500 used. And I actually have never driven a rear-wheel drive turbo IS, so I can't speak about that setup. And I think a lot of you are going to be happy that the IS continues on in this current shape and form. Some of you would be like, hey, Kirk, they just need to have this cater to enthusiasts, to cater to people who want old school luxury. Lexus still offering old school sport luxury here on the IS. For how much longer? 3 years would be my guess. But also you guys down below on what you think of the IS going forward. It is getting GSy at this point. It's not getting enough updates, but with the market kind of shunning overcomplication right now, kind of shunning electrification to an extent, maybe the IS is just where it needs to be right now. I also have an LC500 update video coming for you guys in the next day or so, so stay tuned for that. Have a great day in peace. Long live the IS.